Hey, want to go on a date? No, I'm good, thanks though. Good, because you're actually f***ing disgusting. You thought I was gonna go on a date with you. You're actually fucking ugly. Did you know that? I hope you know how disgusting you are.
I've said this once and I'll say it again. Men do not ignore women that they like. If they like you, they will go to war just to talk to you, to try to hang out with you, to try to meet up with you. If he's not doing these things, it's time to let him go because he's playing games with you and he truly does not like you.
As women, when we reach the point of, I'm not going to even bother in having this conversation anymore, it is what it is, that's when we start checking out. And men don't realize it. When we are fighting you on a thing, arguing on a thing, and bringing up what bothers us with you, we still care. When we stop saying much, it's not because we've healed or we're better or we're okay with it. It's just that we are checked out.
One thing modern women really don't want to admit is that, they say a lot of times that men are fumbling them, men are missing good opportunities. And in some situations, that's probably right. But when are we going to start to talk about the opportunities that you guys are missing? When are we going to start to talk about, let's not go back and forth saying, well, a man did this and a man did that. Let's not do that. What did I do? How was I the problem in the relationship? How come he stopped responding like he did in the beginning? Was I putting the energy in that I should have? If you're really honest with yourself, maybe you did some things right, but then maybe you also did some things wrong. And that's where modern women stop. They'll talk for months on end with their friends, family, past, whoever will listen about the things that they did right. But they're not going to touch the things that they did wrong. They're not going to be accountable for the stuff that they did in the relationship that made it go sideways.
You can give everything you got to a thing. Yeah, you can give it all you got. And it's still just gonna do what it's gonna do.
Babe, you haven't touched me all day.
Can't touch this.
Oh my gosh, your hands are freezing.
You can't touch this.
Baby, stop. You're gonna make me get it in my eye.
You can't touch this.
Babe, stop. You're playing too much. I'm trying to put these dishes away.
You can't touch this.
You're right. Hold on. Come here, babe.
Sorry. I'll be right back.
Men are supposed to be men, and they're supposed to treat their women. They have a part to play. It's in the Bible. Like, what's going on?
You guys mentioned a bunch of traits that traditional men exhibit. Modern day women are not traditional. Are any of you guys virgins?
No.
Exactly.
Wait.
No. Because if we're going to put the standard on men that you want them to pay bills and be masculine and protect you, whatever, let's go all the way. The reason why men were traditional and chivalrous was because women were virgins. They were polite, they were feminine, they were submissive. And when you got a wife, she was a wife, not a boss babe.
Look, you can go to work, come home, take care of the kids, and clean if you want to. But thing is, you don't want to. That's what you're saying.
I mean, would anybody want that?
I think also one of the things that men have a real big problem with, or one of the things that they run into is in darn near every disagreement, there's gaslighting. If a man says, I feel like this, and she says, well, I feel like that. Okay. Or are we on different pages? Instead of agreeing to disagree, she goes into calling him a narcissist. She goes into calling him, you're not as emotionally intelligent as I am. You're not as emotionally stable as I am, right? Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. This is what we're running into with a lot of these modern women. And so when you're saying, how come a man doesn't come approach me anymore? How come a man doesn't really want to date anymore? This is what men are talking about. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. looks fine. Juice looks great. Fantastic. Looks like it's good. But it isn't worth the trouble. I don't know if they really cleaned it properly. I don't know if it's been purified properly. So I'm not going to go over there and drink it. Oh, well, you scary. Maybe. But I'm staying alive.
And why does nobody talk about a top tier tip to raise your standards with men and never settle is not white knuckling it and pretending you don't care. No, it's actually to have an incredible life, because when you are bored, you are constantly looking for stimulation. And that means even if a guy is inconsistent, hot and cold, every time he texts you, you get a dopamine rush, and it's going to be your only source of that hit. But if you have an incredible life, you're doing stuff with your friends, you're doing Pilates, you have a thriving career, you're getting dopamine hits from all of those sources. So when a guy comes into your life, if he's not adding to it, he's actually disrupting it. Bored women get attached, fulfilled women get selective.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
I found this scrolling on social media. Let me know what y'all think about this.
And I finally just want to say, I finally reached the understanding of why it is hard for men to get married. Because number one, you got to cut off all your Number two, now you got to allow yourself to fall in love for real. Number three, you got to meet people's family and ask for permission. You got to buy a ring. And then you do all of that and she can still say no. And then you get married. If it don't work out, now she took all your money and she took the kids. Now the kids don't like you. And then you go through all of that and then you meet another girl and she's like, well, you gonna marry me. You know what? I would never, if I was a man, I probably had to just have one in me. One. Because that does seem like a lot. It seems like a lot of effort. Like for a woman, it seems like you just kind of got to like the man. You got to love him. You got to see his potential. And all you got to do is say yes. You know what I'm saying? And then you plan the wedding and cool. But he has to go through all these mental gymnastics and these physical quests and got to buy the perfect ring and like set it up proper. That does sound like a lot. But ultimately, it's not that I thought it's hard to get married. I've just never thought it was hard to marry me. That's all I ever thought.
Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section.
A lot of these modern women are terrible in the way that they maneuver in the world. A man would, well, man, how come men don't approach anymore? How come men don't come up to us in the grocery store or the gas station? Well, the way you guys have maneuvered, the way you guys have run your mouth, the way you guys have really honestly and truly acted a fool. You guys have really gotten beside yourself in the way that you treat men that are, really honestly and truly, to you guys, all men are the same. It don't really matter if a man comes up to you and says, hey, how you doing? My name is John. Versus a man, yo, what's up, ma? How you doing? Oh, you looking fine today, girl. You sexy. Turn around and shake that thing on me. Really don't even matter. So the man that was actually giving you respect, you treat him with the same level of respect that a man is coming up to you trying to dog you.
Hey, ladies, I want to share 8 things with you that you never tolerate from a man. Let's go quickly. Number 1, never tolerate a man without a vision. If he doesn't have a vision for his own life, he don't know where he's going, then he don't have one for the both of you. Number 2, never tolerate a man that cannot lead in his own life. He's not a leader because he needs to lead his family. Number 3, never tolerate a man that treats you like an option. You're not an option. You're the main course. You're the main thing. Number 4, never tolerate a man that disrespects you publicly or privately. Number 5, never tolerate a man that keeps leaving and coming back, always wants to come back after he goes out there and messes up. Number 6, never tolerate a man who can't take care of you and wants you to take care of him. Never tolerate a man who can't take care of you and wants you to take care of him. Number 7, never tolerate a man that plays in your face, never decisive, never can make decisions, playing in your face. And number 8, never tolerate a man who's a liar. Never tolerate. Put in the comments right now, I will never tolerate a man like this. Share it with all your friends. Go with God.
Earlier you said if you're beautiful, you can get into those clubs. That's it. That's the answer. Be beautiful and show up to the clubs. It's called networking. All right. If you're pretty, you meet people and you meet somebody's wife, and that wife's husband has a membership at a place, and you go with her as a +1. Or you could just jump the fence. You could just skip all that and just jump the fence, get a disguise, and walk in the employee's entrance. All right, and then change in the bathroom, and then now you're in there. It doesn't matter how you get into the clubs. You just got to get in. All right, I don't care how you get in there, but you want to go to places where it's expensive to be there, because that's where people that are expensive reside. All right, you don't have to marry for money. You can marry for love, but make sure the guy that you love has money. All right, and is that unreasonable? I don't think so. I think that you could simply be where the rich men are, and then marry for love. Do what you got to do to get in there. I don't care how you get in there. Wear a fake mustache if you have to. Or some of y'all already have a mustache. You can just walk in there with your mustache, go in the bathroom, and then shave it. Either way, do some Mission Impossible disguise, whatever it takes, okay? And then once you're in there, you're in, all right?
And a lot of these modern women will call you avoidant. If you want to weaken to yourself, I think they probably categorize it as, well, you're not wanting to spend no time with me, and you're not really wanting to talk with me. And really what they mean is, you don't want to talk to me right now. Like you don't want to talk on my schedule when I want to talk. And true enough, you have to have some sort of, you're not gonna feel like talking all the time, right? And neither is she. And so y'all gotta come to some sort of agreement. You're not trying to force each other to talk. You're trying to get on the same page, but you're also trying to give each other space so that, no, we're gonna talk right now. I don't really feel like talking right now. I need to calm down, and I need to, understand my feelings and what's going on, so I don't pop off and say something I'm not supposed to say. So you do need to give space, and she need to give space as well. What happens is modern women don't want to give men that space anymore, right? It used to be that way in some situations. Modern women want it when they want it, how they want it, just like so. And when a man is saying, hey, I need a little bit of space, can you back off? I'm going to take a weekend to myself, or I'm going to go chill with the boys. It might not even be a problem. But because modern women, even though they say they're emotionally intelligent, they're not. They're like toddlers. And that's the behavior that you get, because they think everything revolves around them. And you're supposed to jump when they say to jump.
So can he charge you a cancellation fee every time a woman cancels because he put all that effort into planning everything and that took time out of his day? What about the time it took him getting ready and the products he pays for? This is just absolutely ridiculous. Most men, they don't care if you wear all that stuff. The scented liquid, the powders and stuff, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if you get your nails or eyelashes done or your hair done, whatever. So why should he have to pay for it?
I don't know what's funnier. The fact that women's brains short circuit when a man rejects them, or the fact they'll post it on the internet for all the world to see.
What I don't understand is that guys were made to pursue girls, yet we live in a society where, because of the lack of men there are, girls are having to throw themselves at guys to even have them look their way. Please.
You don't understand. Oh, sweetie, it is very simple. He said he doesn't like you because he sees you for who you really are. Not the made-up illusion you've created in your mind that you think you are. He sees that you offer no value, offer no peace, only drama, delusions, and ridiculous demands and expectations. He sees that there's no point in wasting his time, effort, and energy on something, or more precisely, someone, that gives no return on his investment. He sees that there's nothing special about you, that you're just like all the rest. And rather than be mean, he just says he's not interested. And because you don't live in reality, because you think you're a perfect 10, when in fact you're maybe a 4, 4.5, you simply cannot comprehend or accept the truth of it all. And the fact you chose to put it on the internet, well, darling, it just proves he was right.
I think modern women like to say, why doesn't a man approach anymore? Well, there's a lot of risk involved in approaching now. Plain and simple. There's a lot of, and this is probably the main thing, there's a lot of disrespect involved. If a man try to come up to you and say hello, then all of a sudden, I just don't really know about him. I just don't, he seems like he's kind of weird. It seems like something's going on with him. He said hello in a high pitched, like where the inflection of his voice kind of turned up. And what kind of man does that? I have no idea. Why don't you just talk to him and have a regular conversation? Maybe you can find out. But modern women don't think like that. They're psychoanalyzing. They're trying to pick out things and find holes and chinks in his armor as if the man didn't done anything wrong by saying hello. And I understand, but I'm just trying to protect myself. With men dangerous and all that other stuff, go ahead and say what you want to say. But I think you can go overboard with your analysis of the man. You talk, well, he just said hello wrong and I knew from the jump. Okay, well, maybe, but is there a way that you can just have a normal 5-minute conversation and see if that was anything? Is there a possibility?
What makes you so special, Miss Shorter?
First of all, I think it would be arrogant for me to say that I am special. I'm special to someone. I'm special to some, but there's no way for you to be special to everyone. Why do you deserve this man? And I think it's ignorant for me to think that every man would want me. Because every man doesn't want me. In fact, to plenty of men, I am a headache. Why? Because I hold you accountable. I'm going to push you to be your best you. I want to know how you feel. Like, it's not enough just for you to be in my bed at night. It's not enough. And for a lot of men, that's a lot of work they don't want to do. They don't want to talk about their goals and ambition. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to have responsibilities. They don't want the me. So I guess what makes me special, it depends on who you're asking. And it depends on what you need. It's the same thing as like that question, what do you bring to the table? The ability to see what the table needs.
Do you believe that's a problem? Everybody thinks they're special?
I think we are living in a severely delusional world right now.
Hi, Todd. So I just saw this video, and this girl, she was talking about how she wants to find her true love, wants to find love, wants to have that person where she can be soft for, right? It's not going to happen until men learn how to be men again. Men have gotten so wrapped up in us doing it, and like, that's okay to them. It's okay for them to do nothing, and it kind of throws me off a little bit because I didn't grow up like that. Well, I kind of did. I seen it. My granddad, he really didn't do much. My grandma was the hustler. My grandma got to it. So like, as an adult woman, it's like, do I really want to be the sole provider of my family? And all women need to think about that. Do you really want to be the sole provider of your family, or do you want somebody you can lean on? Y'all can lean on each other. And there's a way for that for sure. Like, I've seen so many videos that like break down relationships, and it's like, that's how a relationship needs to be. If more people took that advice, people would be in a happy relationship. But the men don't want to be men. They want us to be the men and the woman. And still want to lay on our backs. Like, make it make sense. It makes no sense. But that's besides the point. But yeah, if you want to find true love, men need to step up to the plate and do what a real man does. Simple as that.
A lot of these modern women are expecting men to fund their lifestyle, upgrades, what they want, all that stuff, even before commitment is discussed, right? Do all of these things for me. You have a woman that's 3 months in. Really, honestly and truly, a lot of these women, modern women, are asking for that even before 3 months, right? So you come in 2 to 3 weeks in, and they're saying, why hasn't he offered to cover half the Miami trip with the girls? Why hasn't he offered to pay for my hair and nails, right? And then they'll say something stupid like, my ex always invested in experiences with me. Where's he at? What's going on with him? You know, why are you guys not together anymore? Why are you not with your ex? You know, why would I be paying for a girls trip when we haven't even had a talk about a relationship yet? That's not really an investment. That's just you testing how much you can extract early on. And that's a lot of times, and a huge reason why a lot of these guys out here are checking out, opting out of dating. That's not even dating. That's not even dating. That's you over there trying to be you're not a good person. I'll say it like that.
Look, the reason why he stopped speaking to you is because he's broke. He's literally broke. He's got nothing to offer you. That's why he left. All right. That's why he sent that breakup text. That's why he ghosted you. That's why you're in no contact with him. He's broke. He's broke. He's broke. Okay. When men don't have anything to offer you and they have no resources, they can't perform because they don't feel adequate. Men measure their value and their worth based on how much they can provide. Okay. Based on how much tangible value they can provide. If they don't have money, they don't feel good enough. They're not nice people. Broke men are not nice people because they hate themselves. They hate that they are broke. They hate that they wake up every morning and they're still broke. So that man who ghosted you, that man who said, I'm not really looking for anything serious. Oh, I'm really sorry. I don't think I can give this what it deserves. He's broke. Broke men don't choose you. Broke men are not intentional. Broke men can't plan dates. Broke men can't take you out. Broke men can't put in effort. Broke. When they don't have money, they can't perform. So all these guys who are not choosing you, it's because they're broke. It's not because they're like high demand and, oh, he found someone beautiful, better than you, skinnier than you, hotter than you. No, it's because he's broke. He's broke. He's just broke. And because he's broke, he can't choose you.
I've said it before and I'll say it again until it sticks. Black women are being raised as men and then being blamed for not knowing how to feel like women. We are the ones that everyone depends on, the go-tos, the nurturers, the ones that hold everything together. We have gotten so good at turning everybody else's chaos into clarity for them to a point where that's just what people expect from us. Within our race and even outside of our race. Wasn't it just the other day where a mother told a son, if ever you get lost, look out for a black woman? Because they can always be counted on to be safe, to be protectors, to be providers. You get my drift? That's how reliable we have become for everyone else. And without knowing it, we've built up this identity around being dependable, being strong, being safe for everyone else. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself what it's costing you, what it's costing us? Because being everything for everybody is the reason why you don't feel like yourself anymore. It's like pouring all you got into everybody else's glass and then wondering why at the end of the day your glass is still empty. And that's exactly why I am starting a new series, 21 days to choosing yourself without guilt. And today is day 1. If you're ready to spend the next 21 days to choosing yourself without guilt with me, comment I'm ready and follow for more.
And you see a lot of these modern women are spending years, even from a young age, they're spending years talking about, well, I don't need a man, I'm independent, I'm strong, I can do everything on my own, which is fantastic. Do you? Cool, right? Fantastic. But men are listening to what you're saying. Men are hearing this stuff that you're talking about. And so where a man would volunteer to help you out, he stopped doing that because you said, I don't need a man. And not only, it'd be one thing if somebody came up to you and on an individual basis You said, "Oh no, I'm cool. I don't need any help. Thank you though." And he keeps on going on about his way, right? But modern women are doing this on a grand scale. They're getting on social media and they're saying to all the men, before I get out and I change my tire, this PSA, I don't need your help. Hey, before you come over here trying to help me with my furniture or my groceries, PSA, I don't need your help. And the man says, okay, since she put out a PSA, there's no reason for me to even go over there. Well, y'all don't even check anymore, right? Because you put out a PSA. So the PSA is law. And I don't go out there anymore because that's what you said, right? And now you're complaining about where are all the providers at? Where are all the protectors? Well, you're telling men you don't need them. Men heard you. Men are listening to you. What in the world did you expect a man to do?
Is it? Oh, a 10. A 10. Daddy's so tired. He was sleeping at 10. He worked so hard. He was so sleepy.
I have 3 very important things to say about this one. Number 1, people are going to excuse your actions because you're pregnant and you're hormonal. Well, I'm going to tell you, as somebody that's pregnant, there's no excuse for that behavior. Because guess what? You can have feelings, you can be exhausted, but you choose your behavior. 2, I don't think you like your man very much. Because for you to act on those feelings that you're having and behave in this way, it's an indication that you have resentment. And instead of facing that, you are getting physical with this man. And not only that, you are doing it in front of your young children, and they totally see that and will start mimicking it. Lastly, number 3, there's a clear double standard here, because if we were watching a video of a man throwing an egg like that at a woman, the reaction to that video would be overall negative, and the video would be taken down probably, and the man would be canceled.
Allison, thank you so much for coming on my podcast again. The first episode we did together has been a sensation since it's come online. I still get messages about it. I have even had someone whom I don't know message and text this episode we did to someone else, not knowing that that person knew me, and said, you gotta listen to this episode. And she goes, that's my friend. So it's made its rounds. It's impacted a lot of women, triggered some women.
I read a lot of the comments. I just so wanted to respond.
It's hard because you want to, but then you have to reflect and go, do I have time for this? Am I going to make space for this? Is that the energy I want to spend my energy on?
Mine was actually just if I could pin it. Because what I wanted to respond to was the thing that kept me up. Like, well, when are they going to learn about us? And why do we have to do all the work? And no. That was the one I wanted to respond. Like, and my daughter does our YouTube. She's like, no, Ma, you can only pin on your channel.
You could have asked me to pin it, because that was the one I kept seeing too. And you're right. If you had, because it's an expenditure thing. When I say am I going to make the energy for this, with the knowing that one person will read it versus the energy to put into it, knowing maybe lots of people will read it and this will be helpful. So next time, let's do that. Or we could even go back to that one and do it, and I'll pin it.
Yeah, what we plan to talk about today, I think, is the response to what about their part?
Yes, and for those who don't know, the first episode was about what women need to know about men, how to stop being frustrated with men, and it's empowering information in my mind. I think there's 2 ways to look at it. You can look at it with a victim mindset or a victor mindset. And to me, it's empowering, and I have a victor mindset about it, that I can do something about this.
Why do you think most women are struggling with meeting men that are chivalrous?
I think that there's a struggle in the sense that we have to be independent, and that we don't need to have someone open our door, and we have to be these strong, independent women, and we still can, but we can also have someone take care of us, and that's okay. But I think that's what it is. It is that struggle that we have to say, no, I don't need that, but it's nice to have it.
Well, why do you think women want to be so independent?
Because we have fought for our independence for so long. I think that's what it is. And so we
independence from what?
I think from men.
Well, why?
Because men for so long have determined our history. And so I think to be able to say, like, no, I am going to determine my own history is what has been fought for so long. But I think that it's okay to know that you can be a strong woman on your own, but still have someone love you and take care of you, and there can be that balance.
The hill that I'm ready to die on is that the man that you're dating should be obsessed with you. I am so sick and tired of watching people come on this app, seeing it with girlfriends, justifying and over analyzing the behavior of the men that we're dating. Like, yeah, but he's just so busy at work. Or like, yeah, but I didn't hear from him, but he was traveling. Or like, yeah, but we haven't defined the relationship yet, so I can't even be mad. Girl, first off, you can be anything that you want to be. And mad is definitely one of the things that us as women should be much more frequently than we do. At the end of the day, I just don't understand how we haven't made obsessed the standard. I don't think we realize as women, whatever we make the standard is what men are going to do. It is literally inherent in us as human beings to reproduce. Whatever standard we set, men are going to have to rise to that standard and meet it so that us as women will reproduce with that. I don't understand what we're not getting about this. So all the time that we spend justifying men's behavior and feeling like if we don't accept whatever men are willing to give us, that we're going to end up with nothing. They're the ones who are going to end up with nothing. Like, we are absolutely cool. We're chilling without them. They are not, because we live in a patriarchal system and they control everything, the media, the storytelling, the education system. They have fed us a story and a lie that we need them more than they need us. And it's just not the case. And so we get to demand dating and engaging with and being in relationships with men who are obsessed with us, who treat us at a certain level, who do see us as the goddesses and the masters of the universe that we are, the witches that we are. They have truly done such a number on making us believe that we are not powerful, in forgetting our power and our intuition. Honestly, some of the best branding and PR that anyone has ever done is the branding and PR that men have done for themselves. And I'm just so over it. Like, truly, if your man is not obsessed with you, don't even come to me for advice. I have nothing to say to you.
If guys keep pulling away from you early, this is what they're judging you on. He might not be doing it consciously or intentionally, but he absolutely is paying attention to these 3 critical things. The first is how you handle yourself when things are not certain or clear. When he doesn't text back right away, or he doesn't plan the next date instantly. What happens in your body? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel like you want to run away? Do you suddenly need to understand where he's at with you right away? Or do you just be calm and let things unfold as they will? This is a huge tell of your capacity to handle the uncertainty of life. Is he signing up to be your boyfriend or your babysitter? If you can manage that yourself, for the most part, it feels really safe for him. Next is how you respond to him doing things, planning dates, paying, following up with you. Does he feel valued and appreciated, or like he's having to audition for a role, a place in your life? He wants to feel like he's winning with you, like his energy is having an impact. You want his brain to link his effort to being rewarded. When it doesn't, when you come across indifferent or entitled, or even worse, when you criticize him, he's gonna pull back. And the third thing is when he feels chosen by you too. He doesn't want to be the only one interested in the connection and the relationship. A little bit of vulnerability from you, smiling at him, a little touch on the arm, something that says, hey, I'm interested in you too. Mess these 3 things up, and that's probably why he pulled away.
And I know this is what modern women like to say men are doing, but this is something that they're actually doing, is they have like a placeholder boyfriend where you'll continue to keep a decent man around, a good man around, as an emotional stabilizer, while you continue to shop around. Oh, I need a man to tell my problems to. I need a man to talk to about X, Y, and Z. Right? So you'll keep that man around while continuing to look for, he's nicer, and, he might not have the same emotional capacity, but it's good enough because he looks good. And then you'll throw that other man that's actually a good fit for you, or actually a good potential fit for you, to the side. Right? And so you'll have this man and you'll hold on to him for, in some of these situations, years. But if, you kind of in a situationship with him, is which I'll be defining it as, keep him around for 6-7 months, you still have your hinge active, right? I still got my hinge active. And when he asked me about what's going on, or, I really didn't know that you wanted me to be more than friends, when that man has talked to you about being exclusive multiple times. So now that I'm having, and men will have this conversation with a woman multiple times. So now that we've had this conversation, I would expect that your hinge is deactivated. I would expect that you're not over here looking for options, talking about I'm unsure. He's not really, and that's not really even dating at that point in time. Well, I just need a roster. I just want a man to continue to audition while I look for something else. Oh, he's just a safety pick. Y'all keep on playing these games, man. Y'all keep on thinking y'all can keep on rotating these good men, these decent men in and out. Okay. I heard, well, I didn't actually watch the video, but I was looking at Pearl talk about Alex Cooper and how she actually got married to some, I guess he's conservative. I wasn't sure. I just looked at the title. I didn't really actually even watch the video. And if that's the case, she was saying, well, there's always going to be somebody. Yeah, maybe so. And you would hope that with all of that nonsense that Alex Cooper, from the few clips that I've heard her talking, you would hope that a lot of that nonsense dies down and she just go on, start acting right and stop acting silly. But a lot of these modern women don't. They get with these men and they think, okay, I'm just going to continue to do what I was doing. I'm going to continue to act like I'm acting, talk like I'm talking, and nothing's going to change until that man gets tired of it. That man stopped responding. Well, I just had to divorce him because, he wasn't the same man that I met. He didn't really seem like he was responding to me anymore. Yeah, because you kept acting silly. You decided to pick that man decided to pick you, and you decided while he was making changes, I'm not going to make any changes. He needs to love me for me. Okay. All right. Don't you worry about it. This ain't got nothing to do with a gender war. This got everything to do with how you're going to live your life and the consequences and the decisions you're going to continue to make, and it's going to be in your best interest. And you're going to ruin that for yourself. Then you're going to be back online, and even though you might be able to spin the narrative and whatever you want to say, whatever happened, it's going to come down to when I'm at my house by myself. Nice house, pretty much get anything that I want. But I would like a husband, and I fumbled. Dang, why did I do that?